Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Russ back again. Let's run Madden 17 Ultimate Team. Guys, we have one of those games. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it's one of those games where there was a lot of defense and not much offense, meaning that like the first person that scored a touchdown was most likely going to win the game. And you guys will see this guy does have Vic. He also has Adrian Peterson. You guys already know Adrian Peterson does have fumbleitis, but he gets it back. Seems like anytime I force a user big hit, the person gets it back. Every time I force a fumble that's not me, like I don't hit stick somebody on my own, we usually get it. And then when I hit stick somebody with Bobby Wagner, like I've been using from the beginning of the play, I never get it back. I don't know. I've done that a couple of times. I don't know if you guys have noticed that either. Also, there was a recent patch that kind of nerfed a bunch of the edge blitzes and also made running backs not go full retard and some linemen not go full retard when somebody is trying to send edge pressure as well. So, I mean, I guess blitzes didn't really get nerfed. They just got picked up the way they should have been the entire time. Because I noticed sometimes when I would block a running back to stop an edge blitz, they would just run straight into my center and wouldn't block shit. And it was really annoying. But anyway, guys, on this play, I'm only rushing one because this dude seemed like he wanted to pass. And sure enough, he does throw right at me, man. Why the fuck not? Corey Graham comes up with the interception. I just followed his receiver all over the field. And sure enough, I guessed where he was going to playmaker, and he threw it anyway. I mean, he wasn't really in position for him to throw that ball, but he threw it anyway. He had plenty of time. I'm not sure if anybody was bearing down on him to sack him or not. But second and 10, we do take off with Russell. As you guys know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I do run with Russell a lot. And it's usually when my first read gets taken away, especially when I have a specific play where I only have like one or two reads. I take off with Russell a lot. Or if I just see an open lane, I will take it. I did notice in this game, this guy was running a lot of spread defense. So he had his corners outside all the time, even when I ran bunch. So I tried to take advantage of that running the ball. Early in the game, I wasn't really able to get it going, but you guys will see later in the game, I do end up kind of exploiting his defense a little bit. Eventually, if you get stopped by a defense early in the game, at least in my experience, you eventually figure it out in the second half. And that's usually what happens in my case. But usually in the second half, I go into full clocking mode. So I guess it's basically who can get the luckiest runs in the second half, if that makes sense. But anyway, we do end up taking a field goal, and we do go up 3-0. So in the second quarter, bearing down on the 2-minute warning, this dude trying to run with Vic, not getting much. We haven't really put a spy on or anything, but he's just not running, not really taking advantage. And I'm kind of being a spy on my own. You guys can see I'm following routes, but then I'm also kind of playing spy, like I ran down to make sure he didn't run. And we actually got him stuck in 4th and 11, and he does end up punting. Not a lot of people punt. But in that situation, I think that was a smart move, especially since his defense has been stopping my offense. So, I mean, I think that was the right play by him, as Kyle's use check does end up getting us a nice bunch of yards right there. With 1:30 left in the first half, I'm thinking as long as we can get a field goal, I'll be happy, because then we'll be up by at least, he has to score a touchdown, of course, and we get the ball back at half, so all we'd have to do is get into field goal range. But yeah, we needed the facepalm on that one, as Russell Wilson does end up fumbling. So now, instead of us possibly at least getting a field goal and then getting the ball back at half and then trying to get another field goal to make it 2 scores and put the pressure on him, he gets the ball already in field goal range and could possibly take a 7-3 lead going into half. And that's huge for him, knowing that I get the ball back at half. So he's rolling around with Vic, and he does end up taking off. Does not fumble. I don't know why the 72 carrying is holding up against all my big hitters out there with like Jadeveon Clowney and Mark Barron and all those guys. But he does throw it to the end zone. It is incomplete on 2nd and 4. 3rd and 4, he's looking. I'm only sending one, trying to cover the entire field. Sure enough, I do. And that one is broken up. He did try to high point to the back of the end zone. And we stopped that one pretty easily, as he does end up kicking a field goal to tie the game at 3. We do just take it into halftime with 4 seconds left. So now, coming out of half, what did I want to do? I wanted to try to run the ball, as right there. We decided to pass coming out, obviously, from what you can see. But I did want to run the ball. I wanted to get a first down. After the pass attempt failed on first down, I needed to get a first. 3rd and 4, we do end up running. And that's when I realized this dude isn't playing great defense for the run. Again, I tried it in the first half, but, I just wanted to get it going in the second half. And right here, we do find Martellus Bennett. And we are running true clock. We're trying to get this game over with, because I feel like that he could get something going with Vic. Vic is glitchy, and I want to make sure that if he gets the ball back, it's the last drive of the game. So now we're trying to chew clock, at least take it into the 4th quarter. If we get a big play for a touchdown, I will absolutely take that. But now we're trying to run the ball, and we're putting ourselves in short 3rd down situations. And we did get a first right there on 3rd and 1, but he does run commit on 1st and 10 right after that. So now I realize he is all out committing for the run. But right there, he does end up trying to send some edge pressure, does not get through, and we do take off with Russell. Luckily, we do not fumble. Martellus Bennett does fall forward for a first down on the tight end run on 3rd and 3, so that was a huge play, and then we find Martellus Bennett again. Luckily, he's able to hold on to that so we can at least choose some clock, but nothing really doing right there. 2nd and 8, we take off again. We try to truck. We do get about 7 yards on that one. So 3rd and 1, we do decide to pass, and Martellus Bennett is wide open. Easy first down right there. And 1st and 10 from the 13, we bring in Juszczyk to just get some solid yards. And 2nd and 6, we decide to run again. You guys can see he's using his timeouts inside the 2-minute warning. We get to 3rd and 1, and I think he's going to blitz. And sure enough, we have Emmanuel Sanders wide open in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. And just like that, we do take a 10-3 lead, and we took away almost the entire game, or the entire second half is what I should have said. So now, minute 17 is what he has to get down the field with 2 timeouts. We play the clock perfectly, and like I said, this will most likely be the last play of the game, or last drive of the game, unless, of course, we get a pick and kneel it out. Or he scores really quickly, and we end up having to try to get back on offense and win. But right here, you guys can see, taking off with Vic. I don't really mind that, but huge runs like that are definitely not going to help our cause of trying to get this man off the field because, you know, playbook opens up when you get closer to the end zone like this. You can run a lot of crazy plays in Madden from inside the 50-yard line, to be honest, getting to the end zone. You know, it's pretty easy with Vic and his throw power to get the ball down there. Right here, Julio Jones has a step, but luckily Richard Sherman is able to break that one up on 2nd and 10. So 12 seconds left, 3rd and 10. Vic is looking. He ends up taking off, and look at this fail by me. I completely miss on the tackle. He does not slide. He gets tackled. 4 seconds left. This is the game. Mike Vick rolling out to the left side. Doesn't have anybody open. Tries to playmaker up the field. I come down with Bobby Wagner, and he throws it, and it is out the back of the end zone. Not even close. And we do end up taking the dub in this one. I did hope you guys enjoyed. That was a hell of a game. Defensive battle. Again, like I said, the first person to score a touchdown would most likely have won. And sure enough, lucky enough, that was me. So I did hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, Dangerous Army, I'm out.